Tiger fans, I'm not too sure how much more of this I can take. It's uncharted territory, but again, we've had some positive words spoken about us from the media. It's getting out of control now. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know whether it's sympathy or what's going on, but we had last night, I think it was Tom Morris, James Hird, and Jimmy Bartel talking about the Tigers and how we went this year and where we're projecting and how we're going to look into the future. And I thought it'd be worth having a quick look and making some comments on, because we love hearing the media talking and saying nice things about the club. So we'll jump across to the clip now and we'll see what they had to say. All right, here is the clip from Twitter. Let's roll it and see what Hird
They finished
have to say.
17th, 5-18, but I can't help but think they've actually had a reasonable year.
I think they have. At the start of the year, everyone was saying Adam Uze's team wouldn't win a game, and I think they've played really, really well. I think he's developed a lot of young talent. They've got so much young talent there. Their draft hand last year really brought some good players in the club, and I've been impressed with the way Adam's coached, but also the way the players have responded to the way he's played. I'll
stop it there because I don't want that graphic to disappear, but I think it's a really good point that Hird makes, that you can clearly see that there's a love between coach and players and the whole club in its entirety. You can see there's buy-in to what they're trying to do, whilst maybe from a supporter perspective, we don't, get to fully see it or understand it because it's not a cohesive unit just yet out on the field, but it feels like the players and the coaches understand where they're at and what they're building and where it's going to lead to. And it's actually nice to kind of hear some validation from experts in the meetings. We're all just supporters, and whether we like it or not, we have rose-coloured glasses on at times as well. But these three don't, so they'll call it how they see it. And as we all know, we very rarely get pats on the back from the footy media, so that was good to hear. In terms of the Richmond in review, the needs an injury-free summer, nail on the head, whoever wrote that, very well played. That is going to be the key to every team's success. But if we can keep a healthy list next year and create genuine competition for spots, have the players on the park that we want to play, that is going to go a long way into building a good 2026. But I'll keep rolling and see what else gets said.
Yes, they've made mistakes. They haven't performed week in, week out. But who can forget round one against the Carlton when they were 40 points down and got up to win, showing that I think when you're coaching a young group, it's a lot about the commitment and the spirit you have in a club and the belief they get in your system. Then they'll play that way, even when they do get beaten. And there were down days for them, but I was just super impressed by the young talent and the way that Adam coached this year.
Another good point from Hirdy, and it's something we've spoken about on our Monday night shows a bit too, and you've all seen it as supporters watching the game, that the big difference from this year to last year, even though last year we had 1,600 games more experience in the side, we just weren't playing with the right endeavour, the right fight, or the grit and determination that you want to see your team play with. Even if you lose, even if you get done by 50, 60 points, there's been plenty of games, unfortunately, that we lost by reasonable margins, but we still showed a bit of fight in the last quarter and a half, maybe even won those quarters and outscored opposition. And granted, like I've said previously, that yes, it often means the other team sort of took the foot off the accelerator a little bit, which happens in a lot of games. But we still had to be good enough to keep pushing and putting the score on the board. And it helps create good habits. And even though we didn't get the result from a win perspective, if you're digging deep, trying to keep playing through the process and doing what you've been asked and shown to do and creating positive habits, that's going to hold us in good stead into the future. And then just this second graphic that's popped up, the 21 and under talent, Lawler, Houghton, Armstrong, Smiley, Sims, Trainer, Fall, Campbell, Smith, Green, Juddy Clark. No Jasper Olga on that list. Here's another one they could have had on there. Probably a few more that I've forgotten myself, but it's a good list. It's a good list. Caleb Smith's probably the one there that will be a little bit up for disputes on where he's at with the footy club, but that to one side. There's a lot of talented kids on our list, and I'm actually really glad that Juddy Clark's on this list. I know the third knee reco's far from ideal. I'm really, really glad that we've stuck with him. He's still very, very young, and he's super talented. I personally still think he'll make it. For all intents and purposes, he should have been playing AFL the week he hurt himself again. He'll bounce back. I'm calling it now. He'll bounce back, and I really do think there's a spot for him in the 22 on a wing or a half forward or whatever it might be. He will add something different to our side that will complement what Taj and what Sam Lawler and that do. I think he's going to be a good piece of the puzzle, which we may not see until the latter part of next year, but I definitely agree that he was worth persevering with. We'll keep rolling the video though, because there's more comments.
And you look at that list, if we keep it up for a little bit longer, the thing I love about their drafting is they've gone for a different mix of players and they've all got a slight point of difference from each other. So we know if you went through them, like Armstrong, key forward, Smiley, who we haven't seen much, is a big inside mid, about 193 as well.
197.
You've got some kicking in there, you've got speed maybe as well. And the other thing that was really great for Richmond fans and a player I think who's got incredible talent, we're seeing Gibkiss back at AFL level. That's a centre-half back they can build around. So they've got point of difference, whether it be midfield, forward, some kickers off the half-back line. You throw in Brown and Banks, who have now been in there for a couple of years, starting to feel really comfortable and getting extra responsibility.
Hirdy.
So there you go, some good final thoughts there from Jimmy Bartel as well. And, you know, Josh Gibkiss, it's another good call. Him coming back in, playing that last game against Geelong was really, really good to see. Gives him some confidence in his body. And as we all know, we're pretty flush for key defensive stocks, and some may get pried out of us at some point in time, but for the moment, we're pretty healthy in that area, and Gibkiss does add a lot to our defensive mix. And it was good to see that it was identified, the blend and the difference of players that we drafted. And while we won't necessarily see all of that combined now for the final sort of outcome, we're building towards it and building towards it being a really good thing to watch. And, you know, we've still got players like your Seth Campbells and Ryan Mantle. Trezise was another one who I think is going to be a quality player for us, who are still going to keep improving and growing themselves and hopefully turn into better footballers next year than what they were this year. But just good to see some more positive commentary from the media about Richmond. It's just nice to get some validation on the things that we all think and see as supporters, but then we doubt ourselves, are we being biased? But then you see and hear that and you're like, you know what? Maybe we are on the right path. And look, 2026... whatever happens. Maybe, did we overachieve this year in 2025? Who knows? We'll find out one way or another. But I do think we got bulk of those draft picks right. And I really do believe in back Smiley and to come on as well. And yeah, we're in for a bit of a roller coaster, but it should be a fun journey nonetheless. So that's the video for today. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Were James Hird and Jimmy Bartel on the money? Did you like their thoughts? And what are we going to look forward to in 2026? Where do we go to from here? What's on the horizons for us? Let us know what you think. And make sure you like and subscribe for more Richmond content. And until the next one, go Tigers.